Now we go over to OT2, where again an intravitreal injection is waiting. OT2, please.
Yeah. So the Kumar Saurabh is going to give the second injection in case of diabetic macular edema, and this is the eccentric. This is eccentric.
Kumar, do you really give pre-op antibiotic for 2 or 3 days as a...
Kumar, do you give? Yeah, he gives the antibiotic and for 1 day. 1 day.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
sir.
is the logic behind 1 day versus 3 days versus no?
He is saying that 1 day is the enough.
Okay.
Enough for this year.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
Saurav? Yeah, so any patient who walks into your OPD, do you really ask him to wait for a day for an injection? Or any walk-in
No,
patient you
he,
do?
he says he can wait. He will wait for the 1 day at least.
Yeah, we will ask Saurav as well.
Saurabh is answering actually.
This is different Saurav.
Oh, sorry.
My logic is very simple. The patient decides the way he behaves, his outlook towards the injection. If he says, by any means, I want it done, I try and put forward the fact that yes, you need pre-operative and pre-injection antibiotics. The patient says, oh, without that we can't do, no, we should not do. I'll say, yeah, I agree with you, you should not do. If the patient says, no, we can put today, can you do it for me tomorrow? I'll say, fine, we'll do it for you tomorrow. To me, there is absolutely no use of antibiotic drops pre and post injection. Powder iodine is the most important thing. If you do that correctly, that's more enough. But for medical legal purposes, for our judges and our senior people who believe it should be done, for that reason, I would like to use an antibiotic. At least my prescription write it over there. Dr. Rajesh, is any other way opinion?
See, as far as antibiotic is concerned, most of us are putting these broad spectrum fluoroquinolones. But I completely agree with you that povidone iodine is something which does the work. And the other thing is for medical legal purpose, for injections. I completely agree with you.
But Rajesh, you are in a public sector place like AIMS, RP Center, where the patients come from outstation. So you make them, at your retina department, you make them wait for 3 days for an injection?
No, at our place, see, it's not a question of waiting for at our place, because at our place people are willing to wait. It is only a question of a private sector person wherein, people may not like to wait and may go somewhere else. So you have the fear of losing the patient. So that is not an issue. The idea is not about whether a government setup or a private setup. The idea is what should be done.
Yeah, exactly. We look at you people, you being the optic center. What is the protocol there?
So the idea is this, that we should start antibiotic so that the patient is putting antibiotic. That will take care of the local commensals. The povidone iodine treatment works the most. That is what I mean. It is very difficult to say that if we don't put povidone iodine, just put antibiotics and keep one group in povidone iodine and then see. Keeping 1,000 patients in one group and 1,000 in the other, maybe 10,000 in one and 10,000 in the other, in order to get few infections here and there. So I think it is better to play safe, and in playing safe, you not only play safe for the patient also, but play safe for you also. So it's better to put antibiotics. Ask the patient to put antibiotics. But povidone iodine is the one that does the trick. That I completely agree with what Dr. Saurav Sinha was telling.
But you as an anterior segment surgeon who talk about the resistance we are surgeons developing by giving preoperative prophylaxis, what do you talk about it?
No, we do talk about resistance, that is very true. But we also give prophylaxis for cataract surgery. 3 days before, and then after that we give antibiotics to the patient for a couple of weeks. So it is not, and that is also for prophylaxis, mind you. Because that is not for therapeutic purpose. So we do give prophylaxis, and there are basically for 2 reasons. One is that to have that extra safety, and to have that extra safety on you as well, so that in a code of law the patient may not sue you for not giving any antibiotic and not preventing
Rajesh,
the infection.
According to various reports now, preoperative antibiotics is not except in one eye and all they talk about. Even the AIOS, whatever we have created what is it says 1 day before.
Yeah.
So only, and that too in one-eyed patients and diabetic and all. But in a routine thing, I don't think we talk about giving a prophylactic antibiotic even for cataract.
No, whatever you are giving antibiotic, either post-op, either
no, I'm talking
post-catheter
about
surgery
pre-op.
or
Post-op
pre-op.
is a established
That is
thing.
also prophylaxis.
Yeah,
Post-op also is prophylaxis.
No, we are talking in the context of
Yeah,
pre-op.
Yeah. In the pre-op, we have been following that ASCRS recommendations that was given long back, that 3 days before you should start antibiotic. So we do give antibiotic because of various reasons. Many of the patients, they don't have a very good hygiene, local hygiene, etc. And so in a way, I mean, that helps.
Okay. Partha, you are a private practitioner and you have created a big institutes, 2 or 3 now. Do you really wait for a cataract patient who has walked in from, say, Patna for a cataract surgery? नहीं पार्था दा पटना से आ गया है पेशेंट एंड ही वांट्स टू गेट ऑपरेटेड टुडे योर कैटरेक्ट सर्जन हैज कैटरेक्ट पेशेंट हैज कम फ्रॉम पटना एंड ही वांट्स टू गेट ऑपरेटेड टुडे सो व्हाट विल यू डू
I would say if the patient comes in the morning and then you can operate in the evening by giving, frequent antibiotic eye drops in the first half of the day.
Partho's comment.
Yeah.
So,
So I
scientific
think,
committee chairman comment.
Antibiotic definitely preoperatively at least for 1 day, and but povidone iodine is the mainstay of all the asepsis, the conjunctival asepsis that is required. But yes, at least 1 day of hourly antibiotic, and then next day surgery can be done.